This is so sad. Dad's moving
Got a
forward.
phone call from my brother John at about 11:08 in the morning, I believe. And he told me that he won't get to see his kids that evening. He was going to do that earlier, but then that was shot down by the mother of the children. But then the court again ruled in his favor and said the motion was denied by the mother. You get to see the children at 6 that evening. So he called me. He said, I want this motion. I get to see the kids.
I was here to be with him when we got word that he gets to pick up his children for the first time that evening, unsupervised for parenting time. It was supposed to start at 6 o'clock on Friday night.
I said, John, do you need anything? Is there anything you need? I can drive up. I live about 4.5 hours from here. I can come give you a hand.
So when I got word that day, I knew I had to be here.
He said, no, I got it, Steve. I can handle it. You don't need to come. But I did end up coming.
So I came down, got here about 10 till 6.
We need to come and be with John.
And he asked me to record.
He did come into my car then. We were a little bit early.
So it's all caught on camera.
And he did just tell me that he was happy I got here.
But yes, I knew I had to be here.
Got an email. It's about 5:45. And it was from the mother of the children. And she said, yes, we will be there at 6. She was confirming the time. This was not typical of the mother to ever confirm and cooperate with the time.
But before I had a chance to start recording,
he always had to watch his back.
At like 5:54, I saw that she must be here because I recognized the Suburban.
We talked about the logistics of getting the kids.
And I was coming down from up there from my brother's vehicle.
And I told her that we need to be there.
I was standing right here by the van, and John was beside me.
And instead of the mother bringing the children, the ex-father-in-law showed up.
And Jim walks around the front of the van and starts shooting. Says, hi, John, and starts shooting.
On the night of February 5th, 2021, John Mast arrived to the Rosauers parking lot in Lewiston, Idaho, where he was set to pick up his kids. Upon arrival, he noticed his sister Betty and brother Stephen were there just to keep an eye on things. He told them everything would be okay. He then saw a car pulling up that belonged to his ex-wife. When he turned around, John was met by his ex-father-in-law, Jim Brashear, who says, hi, John, and then proceeded to shoot him 3 times.
This was the scene Friday night, February 5th, moments after 6 o'clock. This is where investigators say James Brashear fatally shot his daughter's ex-husband, John Mast. Police say Mast was shot 3 times. Mast was taken to St. Joseph Regional Medical Center, where he later died. Reporting from the newsroom, Justin Spinney, KLEW News.
The best I could remember was 2 shots and a pause and another shot. I think at that point, John ducked and ran up for cover. By that time, I was on the phone with 911, kept my eyes here on Jim. John made it up, ran up and made it to cover. I headed back up to see if he's okay, to see what's happened. And at that time, my brother was with him and had caught him on the way down. And I held his hand and I said, John, fight. Shire and Zane need you. Stay with us, fight. And he squeezed my hand, called my mom.
We had a call and Betty said, Mom, Jim just shot John.
They called. They had said that he got shot.
And Betty said, is there something you would like to say to John?
We started gathering stuff, hoping it was not serious.
I got up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, and I always check my phone.
When I got the phone call, I was just in complete shock.
My first thought was, I couldn't believe it. You tried telling yourself, this is a bad dream. This is not real.
I never knew that John's case was as serious as the news that I was being told.
My first thought was, he's gonna make it. Like, this is unreal. This is not the way he was supposed to go. And he is gonna make it.
When I got the phone call, you immediately, your mind kicks into that, it can't be real.
It was the most devastating moment of my life.
And another call came briefly, and they said, pray harder.
It was agonizing, probably the most painful thing that I've ever experienced or gone through.
It took, some time for it to soak in that there is actually something serious going on.
And I'm sorry, I yelled into the phone. I was so so in anxiety.
And I said, "We love you, John. We love you, John."
And his mother and I both said, "John, we love you."
And John squeezed Betty's hand. So we know he heard it.